Yo, we are back live on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast. I'm your host, DJ Prota-C, and today I'm here with one of my favorite rappers, not just out of the Northwest, but the entire industry. One of the biggest influences in music and my personal life. For about 20 years, we've been rocking. He was a part of almost every impactful music decision that I've made from the very start. Traveled all over with us with Kush Gang, almost everything we did with YungWritaz, Devv, with Jabari, while he also formed his own movement called Wake Up Nation, which is still being carried on today by Pastor Isaac of Sozo Church. I'm here with my brother, Skylar, better known as SL6.
Yo,
how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
Man, this is years. You know how excited I am for this, bro? You and Jabari, y'all don't even know, man. Y'all my brothers, man. And to have y'all sitting across from me on this platform and telling our story on where we started and where we at, it just means a lot to me, bro.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, bro. It's a blessing, just to even be here and, just for you to even think to even try to get my part of this story.
We about to get it. About to get it. What I do with these segments, I do segments, and I do this thing called This Day in Hip Hop. So today, May 12th, is when this is going to officially air. DMX released his first LP, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, in 1998. Do you remember listening to that album?
To be honest, I remember listening to just DMX, period. You know what I'm saying? He had a run where it was just album after album after album. So,
well, this was 98, right?
Yeah.
And 2000 was his year, no question, which was 2 years before. So this was his introduction to the game, officially in the mainstream. He was already there, you know what I'm saying? But like his first LP, you know what I'm saying? How impactful that is in 98 to be here now. Like I haven't listened to it in years, so now I gotta pop it in and kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to pop it in and see what's up, but.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, he was like, what types of games is being played? How's it going down?
Oh, that was that album?
And it's all, I think so.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, we're going to, I'm going to definitely do my research.
I've never really been an album person, because my mom always was friends with DJs. So we'd always get mixtapes, and I would always hear songs,
Ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was just introduced to the game through DJs, so it was always hit songs that got me. And I remember that song, and I was like, I want to be like him.
For real.
And
he was so different.
Yeah.
He was so different.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, he dropped his top charting, Pulitzer Prize winning album in, I want to say 2017 or 18. He dropped Damn on May 12th.
Yeah.
So birthdays on this day. Big X the plug. Shout out you. You got a run going right now. It's going to lead us into our first group of songs, so I hope you enjoy them. Check out my boy SL6 here on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast.
Missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for? You my missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for?
Tough, say baby, where you been at? You been acting crazy, can you tell me why you tripping? Cause I've been with the gang and we been focused on these digits. And no, it ain't a thing, I'm checking off your wish list. Mistress, little baby, shawty been missing. I just wanna bring you home, it's your kisses. Tell me all the things that you want, I'll be right back, babe. I'ma go and get it for you. I know I lose my cool, but baby, I don't want no problems. I hope I ain't a fool, cause when you run, I always follow. Sipping on these potions, bring the genie out the bottle. And let me hear your heart, cause I feel like your chest is hollow. Oh, I don't wanna fight no more. Baby, turn the lights down low. Take my time on you. Say, I don't wanna fight no more. Baby, turn the lights down low. Take my time on you.
Missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for? You my missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for? Yeah, you can tell me what you want. I ain't like them other niggas, I can put you on, yeah. Face down, ass up, do it all. Got me huffing and puffing, I'm breaking down your walls, yeah. If I tell you that I love you, then I mean it, baby. Cause I ain't tell you that I love you for no reason, baby. I can never tell us all about my secrets, baby. Bitch, you said heaven, say you wash away my demons, baby. Sweetheart, but I still keep it gangsta. Bunch of men in mouth, he throwing up his gang, huh? They won't be, but don't ever wanna say nah. Major league, my brothers, that's my day ones. And if they catch me, please don't lie me to the opposition. You can never fit my shoes to get in my position. If she ride it, she can't have it, she need no permission. Cause your wish is my command, but just on one condition. You my missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for? You my missus, oh baby, shawty, my mistress. I've been gone for so long, send me kisses. I can give you what you need, making wishes. What you wishing for?
What's buzzing, Cuzz'n? Cuzz'n Devv, 60 bars on 6-0. Getting to the paper like the money chose me. Baby wanna choose, got a choosing fee. Ain't about a bag, then she losing me. All up in my bag like some jewelry. Bitch wanna leave, then fuck it, let it go. Sticks in the leaves in the wind, let it blow. No apologies, no sorry, no no. Santa Claus don't need a ho ho ho. Putting up a roadblock, this where the show stop. Kick you in the face like Miracle Coca. What the whole thought? Never ever let my dough stop. Never let a bitch kick me off like a dough knock. Glock tucked if I hate her wanna pop up. Never slipping in the hole like lockup. Baby want the D, but I just put my cock up. Flow so high like I'm smoking on flocka. Walk a flame, so I gotta keep my flame lit. Boy lame, cause he always on the same shit. Strapped up, yeah, till he got his brain hit. Bitch look bad, but she let the whole gang hit. Roll up the window, smoking on endo. Coulda got the bag, so I'm hitting on my kinfolk. Big smoke, tapping in with my big low. Giggle at the haters, cause they all got big jokes. Smirk, then give them something to laugh at. Stacking on my cheese, yeah, I'm living like a pack rat. Bend it over, bitch. Let her play smack that. Big old booty cheeks, let the way clap back. 2, 4, 6, 8, better get your shit straight. Ain't a hot boy yet, better make a mixtape. Baby got a fat ass, take her on a big date. Cream in the middle, I'ma show her how I lick cake. Blow out her candle, too hot to handle. Pussy got power, need to put it in the panel. Walking on the water like Jesus in my sandals. Baby got a boyfriend, ready for a scandal. Boy weak, soft as a pillow. Smoker looking ass, caught him puffing on the Brillo. See, walking, I'ma hit him with the heel toe. Walking with a stick, tall as a midget willow. Still cold like my neck on freeze. Still holding with a pocket full of cheese. Only want the neck, bitch, get on your knees. Bitches on my jock, cause she living on my steez. Ballpark, hit a bitch with the big frank. Keep it P, main, fucking with the bitch tank. Walking around town with her nose up, but her shit stank. Big shark shit, I don't fit up in no fish tank. Big C's like I'm swimming in the ocean. Papa P's pouring pints of the potion. Moving militant, mighty, we in motion. In the Cadillac, cool collective, and we coasting. No comment, no time for no nonsense. Sell a bitch a broke dream if she break a promise. Fly like a shooting star, bitch, I'm a comet. Blow up, nourish you, my bitch, I'm a bomb it. Come out there, keep it cool, cuz calm down. Shout out to the fellas in the comics on the compound. AK-47 coming with the long rounds. Better keep it quiet, cuz you can make the wrong sound, huh? Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. That's all, low.
So many broken hearts today. It's time to mend the pain. Into the world, spread some love. So hate is not the way. You gotta demonstrate so they participate. Cause if you don't, they'll neglect every word you say. You gotta show your love so that they know it's real. Put all the games aside, cause that's not how you deal with your emotions. Keep it forward motion. Love flow like an ocean. Let's let them times keep rolling. It's okay to love someone, even when they need that touch. Don't be afraid to hug them. Let them know that you care. It's okay to love someone, even if you see their flaws. Stick with them through it all. Let them know that you're there. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to love somebody. You should love on everybody. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to love, yeah. It's okay to love somebody. You should love on everybody. It's okay saw it again, told myself I wouldn't dare do it. Crossed my heart, hope to die, yeah, I swear to it. But on the real, there's not a feeling that compared to it. But it got me scared stupid, cause these feelings get me mixed up. Heart's been broken and it still ain't been fixed up. Numb the pain from the drugs that I sniffed up. That's right, white girls show real love. But I don't wanna get lost in that soft. I just wanna find the truth mask off. Yeah, somebody that's with love and somebody that's with trust and somebody I respect, that's all. That's why you gotta take a leap of faith and trust love always overcomes hate. I know this whole world is corrupted, but let's not self-destruct it. Let's show people love create someone. Even when they think they're tough, don't be afraid to hug them. Let them know that you care. It's okay to love someone. Even if you see their flaws, stick with them through it all. Let them know that you're there. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to love somebody. You should love on everybody. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to love somebody. You should love on everybody. It's okay to love. Broken hearts today. It's time to mend the pain into the world. Spread some love. Show hate is not the way. You gotta demonstrate so they participate. Cause if you don't, they'll neglect every word you say. You gotta show your love so that they know it's real. Put all the games aside, cause that's not how you deal with your emotions. Keep it forward motion. Love flow like an ocean. Let's let them tides keep rolling.
Yo, we back. I'm Prota-C here on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast. I got my brother SL6 here. We're going to dive into some questions so the people can get to know you a little better, you know?
For sure, for sure.
Tell us what was in your tape deck growing up, because Mama Dulce is very cultured, you know what I'm saying? She always had something on, and it was always something that I was hip to or she was putting me on when I was coming over. She was always cleaning and playing something, and you know what I'm saying? What was she playing in the car though? Because I remember like AT Aliens.
Yeah, AT Aliens was a big deal.
I remember, you know, just
yeah.
So tell us, what else was she
Throw
playing?
your hands in the air. Man.
That was a big one.
Man, we used to listen to Diddy and Mace. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Boy was popping in, you know? Bad Boy was popping in, and Mace was one of my favorite rappers because he was so goofy with it, you know what I mean? And he had this way with words that was just so smooth. Like, I never really been like the rah-rah type of person, you know? So when I heard them smooth rappers with wordplay, like, I used to love it. Sugar Free, who else, man? We had Pac, of course. There was a lot of Pac. And then we do some R&B, man. TLC was always playing. Aaliyah, One in a Million. Brandy, Monica, Toni Braxton. Shoot, she
Heavily
she had
R&B
it all,
influenced,
bruh. Yeah,
huh?
Prince was big, dog. Prince was hella big in the family.
So with all of that in the tape deck growing up,
Mm-hmm.
what's in your tape deck today with your kids?
Oh, man. To be honest, like, I'm in a space right now because I was so locked in with what I listen to. Like, now I kind of let like my girl and my son play what they like, and I learn about who's in there, you know? Like, I let other people play their music, you know? Like, let me see. Like, right now my son is really digging freaking Venom by Eminem, you know? Knock, knock, let the devil in, you know, just hearing that wordplay. And I've always loved Eminem, you know, that he came out, that's my time.
Same with Black Spider-Man.
You know, and to be honest, I can't even tell you who my girl's playing, but
no, I'm saying Logic for Apollo. He was Black Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, yep, Black Spider-Man.
So like when I hear that, I always think of Neff. You feel me?
Yeah.
He knows it word for word.
Yeah, he kills it, bro. He kills it. But yeah, no, there's nothing specific for me. Like, I just like to hear what everybody's listening to, because if it's gonna be what's in mine, I'm going back to the old school, and I'm not just going to all the artists that I've told you. Like, you know, I grew up on country music. I grew up on rock music. You know, I grew up on jazz, you know, and it really just depends on the mood, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Best musicians have a wide variety, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Snoop Dogg ain't just listening to gangster rap all day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Snoop Dogg got country songs, Rasta songs.
All
he got
that.
a song with Korn, heavy metal. You know, it's hard.
So, tell us where you from.
Man, I'm from Pasco, Washington.
Born and raised, huh?
Born and raised, 88.
And for those that don't know, what does SL6 stand for?
Man, so for me, it's just who I am. You know, my last name is Sanders. You know, my other last name is Lamb. And 6, I mean, you know, I was heavily raised by that number, you know, certain principles and whatnot.
Sixth
you know.
generation.
Not going to go super deep into it, but those who know, you know.
I feel that. What is your biggest, or who is your biggest influence, I should say, of any genre?
For me, it's Pac. When I first started rapping, that's who I heavily leaned on to teach me how to express myself, because that's what it was for me. It was a way to express myself, because I'm naturally a quiet person. Unless you know me, which a lot of people don't know me, I'm naturally a quiet person. So when I did my music, I used it to release
And open
whatever
up.
it is. Yeah, and open up, be vulnerable.
Yeah, I was just
know?
about to say that, just to open up, because that was a big reason for me as a kid, and you were there for my, you know, my period when I was still finding myself in music, finding not just your voice, and like you're just finding your identity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, we were there for each other's, and we watched each other grow into what we are today. So
yeah, but the one thing I will have to say though is I've never felt like you were trying to find yourself. The very first rap I ever heard you do was the rap that you wrote for your mom. And I can remember being blown away, because I was like, I need to figure out how to tap into that emotion. Like I said, music for me was a way to express myself. That was raw emotion.
Yes.
And that's why from that day, like I've always told you, bro, you're like one of the filthiest out here. You know what I mean? Because you know how to say what you want to say.
And those that are unfamiliar with what he's saying, I wrote a poem for my mother. It was actually, I did it at a talent show. I wasn't supposed to. I was hosting a talent show in high school, middle school. Anyway, long story short, that poem I ended up reciting at my mother's funeral last year, and it holds the same emotion, you know, and it's because of what he just said. It's raw, and when you make yourself vulnerable like that, it's not just rapping just to rap for the sound to make other people happy. You're making it for yourself, and to really open up, it becomes what music is intended for.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is one gentleman that I can really connect with my roots with, because we keep each other grounded, you know what I mean? And we remind each other of where we came from and where we're at. And so
yeah, facts.
when you guys listen to us in this music, it's not just, it's fun for us, but there's a lot of messages hidden in between. You just got to dissect that, you know?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT at that. Eminem is a GOAT at that. You know, there's so many that are. And SL6, I would put him in that same category. And soon you will too.
Stop it.
Soon you will
Stop
too.
It.
But what's the biggest difference in music today? Like from what you said, like Tupac, that era, right, where we grew up, what's the biggest difference in then and now?
It's like a bittersweet thing. It's the quality, right? You know, they got all these electronics, and they got the best microphones and the best studios and the best programs. And I mean, it's awesome because you get quality every time, you know what I'm saying? But the bitter part for me is that it's too perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's too perfect.
And anyone can do it, which oversaturates. It's not just, it's the way music, what we were just describing about becoming vulnerable, and anyone can do it. Anyone can make music if they're coached and done. But then there's those that are born with this special ability to translate that to a way that other people can relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people are getting too stuck up in the fun world and the fun of it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily doing. I watched an interview recently of Dr. Dre, and he would get pissed off, right? Because Suge would have all these people in there, and it wasn't about the music anymore.
Yeah.
It was about everything else.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a big reason why they had their situation, was just because Dre wanted to come there and work. Snoop will tell you that's just his ethic. That's how he was. He went there for one reason. I feel like the longer that we celebrate in hip hop, we're past 50 years now. The longer it's went on, I just feel like we're starting to lose that. And then there's those like Jadakiss, there's those like Lil Wayne, there's those like the greats to remind us that are still gassing. They could get on a mic and outgas a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're from that era too. They're from that era.
They'll remind you real quick
Of the work. You know, you listen to like Drink Champs and you
Yep.
listen to Nori talk about how it was, you know, how they
He's
used
a big
to,
one on that.
you know,
Yeah.
how they used to record, how, you know, you had to put in work, how, you know, they had stage performances, but they were like mapped out. They knew where they were gonna stand. They knew what they were gonna say. Everything was analog. They had to go over and over and over again until it was
Choreograph
perfect.
everything. And I feel
You
like
know?
it's just people have gotten too comfortable. You feel me?
Mhm.
You get great performances like Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. We'll just use as an example, right? To the amazing performance, but then you get performances like I've seen for lack of an example, Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him have a show where, you know, I'm sure he would want to retake and do it, you know, and just do it
Yeah.
again. But then I see shows like Jack Harlow where I was there and he was the most humble individual, and he stopped the show just to help somebody that he saw needed help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see these different types of attitudes and different types of personalities of these people that we're exposed to, and that's what I backtracked to finding when I was saying about finding yourself. What type of artist do you want to be? Do you want to be this cocky one, or do you want to be this humble one? You know what I mean? And that was where my teenage years, we were doing Hurricane Chris, YG, Yin Yang Twins. You know, we have a resume of all these things we were doing when I was in high school. So it was, I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was a decision to be this or that, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, especially, too, if you're trying to pursue this as a music career, like, you have to know who you are in order for other people to know who you are.
So, yeah.
And rock with you.
What's your top 3, dead or alive, if you could pick any genre?
Oh, top 3. Shoot. I'm going to go genre. So, for rap, it's going to be Pac. Country, Garth Brooks. And for rock, the Beatles.
You know, I've asked this question to every guest, and you're the first one to break it down the way that you just did. I mean, I think that's a great way to do it. That's a great way to do it, especially saying because you become more open to other genres.
Yeah.
So doing that.
Well, that's how music was introduced to me. Like, music is a journey, right? It's a journey. And you can tell by looking at the history of it and how it's evolved into what it is today. You know, it started with live instruments, beating on drums to strings to all these cool different things that make these different sounds, synthesizers or whatever. But like, for me, like, I grew up with my grandpa, you know, and my grandpa had me out in the fields, you know, building fences and, you know, changing irrigation and working with animals. And as we were doing that, he would hum tunes, you know, he would hum tunes of country songs and we would sing together, you know, and I loved that. Those are some of the greatest memories of my life, you know. And then, you know, hanging out with my grandma, you know, she was cleaning and the first time I ever heard somebody play a record, you know, it was the Beatles, you know. And then my mom, you know, we're driving in the little Beretta, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, and, you know, I'm freaking listening to How Do You Want It, and I'm freaking 8 years old singing these lyrics that no 8-year-old
idea.
should be singing.
I get around.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but like, that was my journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I feel that.
yeah,
But it
that's-
shaped you to be, bro, we were ahead of our time. And we're gonna get into that little later in this interview. For now, we're going to get into this second group of songs, and we'll be right back here on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prota-C.
Money bag, man, you making hits.
I'm more focused now on things I should've did. I'm doing things now a nigga could've lived. Don't glance at my past, I never look again. Only see ahead, and that's why these niggas shook again. YungWritaz Kush Gang, I'm off the hook again. Headline promoting DJ, you tryna book again. Free my brother Zay, PV, he getting booked again. Bitch watered down in the hood, my nigga took a friend who you know working 80 a week. Stepping out on the night scene and they pay me to speak. Look, this ain't a competition cause I hate to compete, but these niggas can't see me, they related to Stevie. Now some things might go over your head, but I'm collecting on everything if you owe me some bread. Stop showing your cards cause I'm controlling the deck. Y'all see the way I step, everybody showing respect like K-Dot. Y'all really put these rappers in the same box. Pay for slots, a headline with a paid slot. Aim high cause the industry taking face shots. One on the T, now your fan picking your grave spot. Think we in the same bracket, nigga? I think not. I ain't your average rapper, nigga, this ain't pop. I'm on a mission, stay rolling cause I can't stop. We ain't hard to find, we on the same block. I'm blessed to live the life that I live. I'm mellowed out with a wife and some kids. I had to write you some shit. I see you vibing and you liking the crib. I see you vibing and you liking the crib. Y'all can't deny that. Only dope lines, yeah, I supply that. Cut the middleman, I finally found a bypass. A-list now, nigga chillin' with high class. Hit up J Kush, the finest to get the 5-pack. It's my town, I ain't passing the torch. These my youngins, send them back to the porch. I ain't rapping for sport, I'm undefeated if you keeping the score. And I got hits if you needing some more. I'm Prota-C, nigga. Workaholics in this bitch.
Useless. Speaking on what you don't know make you look foolish. Don't get corrupted by stupidity or rudeness. If you say you're gonna do something, you really need to do it. Don't talk about it, homie. Prove it. Be about it, homie.
Like this one, feel me?
Don't talk about it, homie. Prove it.
Here I go, you feel me?
Guts and glory, the price of fame is cursed with endless appetite. The road you lead, the ones you don't, are filled with endless sacrifice. Those that sin will judge you, still do claim that you're the Antichrist. It's deeds you do, not words you say, get you grace in afterlife. Done my dirt, yes I confess, no stranger to the savage life. Though it hurts, I must protect, I cannot be the panic type. The world that rests on my back, I won't give in, I have no price. The soul of mine is God's breath, it will succeed if handled right. The blood, the sweat, the tears I cry, testaments to my success. If I don't put the work and time, then what is mine cannot be kept. For what I own, there comes a price. Cares and needs, they must be met. These rules are meant to balance life. Get them right, have no regrets. All that huffing and puffing to me is useless. Speaking on what you don't know make you look foolish. Don't get corrupted by stupidity and rudeness. If you say you're gonna do something, you really need to do it. Don't talk about it, homie. Prove it. Be about it, homie. Do it. Don't talk about it, homie. Prove it. Yeah, you need to prove it. Yeah. The love I get and don't receive is everything these people see. Not the work behind the stage that helps create my truest dreams. Deceitful thoughts and wicked plots out here trying to ruin me, but living in the try is what they do, ain't nothing new to me. Forget about the drama, all the trickery and foolery. Mama raised a smart ass, ain't no fooling me, but everything is gravy if you choose to keep it cool with me. But learn some hard lessons, make me wanna keep it two with me. Life has had a crazy way on changing my perspectives. There was a time I strayed away from reaching my objectives, but now I'm fully focused and my thoughts are all collected, and I finally found the beauty in the struggle to perfection. All that huffing and puffing to me is useless. Speaking on what you don't know make you look foolish. Don't get corrupted by stupidity or rudeness. If you say you're gonna do something, you really need to do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't talk about it, homie, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. Be about it, homie, do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't talk about it, homie, prove it. Yeah, you need to prove it, yeah, prove it.
Yo, Lock, you kill this shit.
He's like that.
They say how you move like that, nigga, how you move like that, hey. I be making moves like that, I be making moves like that. Wonder how I move so fast, I be making moves like Flash, hey. I be in the back with the pack, rolling 4D, backseat strap on my lap. I'm on to the mall, might be the reason that I don't come home. Ignoring those calls and they calling my phone. Don't tell me you miss me when you did me wrong. 5150 shot straight to your dome. Henny just hit me, got me in my zone. I wanna drive the boat, I wanna drive the boat. I wanna take her home, eating her down all the way to the bone. And we making love all the way to the moon. I be tryna keep my cool, I been out here breaking rules. Solid on the things I do, trap jumping like a kangaroo. Headshot, make a brain go boom. I pick up my chip, yo, tooth. Number one in the game, can't lose. Making plays and it looks so smooth. I wanna drive the boat, I need a whip and a brand new home. It's been a minute, been gone for so long. I gotta get it, said I need it all. Won't catch me slipping, bounce back from my foes. There is no limit, we breaking the walls. Bitch, I'm the man who been making the calls. Pushing the pack like I work for you.
We just some trouble little babies, trapping like back in the 80s. I done been broke for so long, but I had to get right for the people who raised me. I blow an ash in the cloud and those rubbing this blunt for the people who left me. Throw up a deuce in the air and I pray to my cousin, I know that she felt me. Fresh, I could sail a little boat, put my name next to the motherfucking goat. She my little baby, I fuck her so good and I wrap my name right her throat. Sipping that Ducce, one hand in the end, she said that she driving the boat. That my little baby, she want it, she got it, and she ain't gon' tell to them folks, yeah. We keep it gangsta, my nigga, don't come around here if you running your mouth. My little niggas official, they kicking in doors and they running your house, yeah. Born in the trenches, I'm still asking mama like how the fuck we make it out. I can't let up, I got family that need me. I gotta get to the money, no cap, yeah.
I've been gone for so long. I just hope I see you when I get back home. You know that you can ride with me. Let's take a ride around the streets. I'll show you some things you ain't never seen before.
Yo, Lock, you kill this shit. Yo, Lock, you kill this shit.
Yo, you know what time it is, man. We back on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast. I'm Prota-C, and I got my brother Skylar SL6. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's Louis?
Yo, this is the time of the show where I give a shout out. I call it local celebrities. Joe Boy E&T, shout out LaFonte. They bring in well, they actually brought a Cinco de Mayo weekend filled up roster with Louis the Singer, Frankie J, Baby Bash, MC Magic, Amanda Perez. So shout out LaFonte and his whole camp. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You putting on for the town.
Yeah.
Love to see it. You know.
Sure do.
So Sky, man, take us on a journey. This is the part of the show where we're gonna dive in.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about BlackHouse.
BlackHouse, man. Whew. That was my first experience of having something of my own and learning how to create the way I wanted to. You know, I was in choir and I ran into John, Mr. Witherspoon, J-Dub, and he was walking around with a beat maker, and he would just sit there and he would just make beats all day, and I was like, man, what's that? Yeah, I'm like, what is that? You know, he's like, oh, it's a beat maker, it's a little Boss machine, you know, and
shout out my guy, man.
He told me to write a verse, and I wrote a verse. It was trash, but
I don't believe that.
I felt good. No, it was trash because it was when I was a teenager, and all I would talk about was partying, and I didn't even really party at that time. I was just trying to.
It was what everyone was talking about.
I was just trying to like make it sound cool, you know?
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, I like that, you know? And that fool used to come to my house every day, or I would go to his house. We'd be in the garage during the wintertime, no heat, sitting at a table, just making beats and making tracks, just every day. And then we ran into Alfie Nicks at it was a choir festival. And I heard this full blow. I was like, oh my God, who is this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga hit the high notes. He's going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out him too, man. Hey. He's been on tour with Eric Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? And all that. He put me on with O'Shea. He put Jabari on. There's a lot of people, man. He's from the town. Shout out.
Doing his thing. Alfie Nicks, bro.
Shout out Alfie. John, you too, man. You moved back from Tennessee, man, and you've had your foot on the gas ever since.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Non-stop.
We love y'all, brother. Y'all killing it.
Yeah, so, you know, we met Alfie, and John was like, I knew him because he had gone to Richland. So we met up with him, and we spit him one of the songs we had, and Alfie was feeling it. So then he started coming over to the little beat sessions, and then John got Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops 3.
Yep.
And you know his little ADHD self.
Him and Jabari.
That fool sat there and learned it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, him and Jabari.
Jabari. No, the specifically FL3 though.
Yeah.
That one specific.
Oh yeah. But John is a mastermind in how he puts his like a lot of people, like it's kind of like, man, I can't explain it.
It's second nature.
He just does it.
And goes.
That fool got that Fruity Loops 3, and by the end of the week had like 10 beats and a show lined up, and was like, we got to get this done by Saturday. You know what I'm saying? He was always on it. You feel me?
It's that way to this day.
And Isaac Butts, you know.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Ike.
Shout out Pastor Isaac.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ike, man.
That's actually, you know what, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. He, him and John were cousins, and he came through, and he did his little style thing, you know, and it just
kills it to this day.
Bruh,
he's got the swag.
He's got the swag, bro, and the energy was just right, and we ended
Pastors normally do though. They normally got swag, bro.
It was, and he just, you know, everything, all the components were there.
Yeah.
And y'all
had your singer.
Yeah.
You had your composer.
Yeah.
You had a rapper.
Yeah.
You had everything put together. And
we all could sing too, so we would let Alfie take the lead, and then we would all hit the harmonies. Because, you know, in church, everybody, you know, you got them singing up there, you got the choir singing, but everybody in the stand singing, and they're singing their own harmony, trying to like.
So how old were y'all at this time, though? You said at Richland High, right?
15, 16. Like, it really was, we started at 15. But we went all the way until we graduated.
So you guys, you were doing with BlackHouse what I was doing with y'all and Young
Yes.
Like at the same time period, right?
Yes.
In my life, so okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So then, bringing up Pastor Isaac, tell us about Wake Up Nation, man.
Man.
Tell us how that started.
Oh man.
Because a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean?
You know, one day, me and Isaac were sitting talking at the table at my house, and you know, I don't know what it was, but something hit me, right? And I'm like, the world needs like positivity, like, and we need to flood it. We need positive art, we need positive music, we need positive books, you know? Like, people are asleep right now. I was like, we need to wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Wake up.
Yeah, we need to wake up. And it hit me, and you know, I got a little bit of equipment. We went into my daughter's playroom, and
You know how many hits was made?
Bro,
Wake up, time to stop sleeping.
bro, just hits.
My swag's outside of the box.
Yeah, got Too Quick on the boards.
Too Quick
you know.
has been on the boards our like whole life since 6th grade.
Oh,
let me just say that. Since
Yeah.
6th grade, Too Quick has been the man behind
Yeah.
the scenes making us sound just
Fantastic.
fantastic.
I love Too Quick, man.
Wake Up Nation.
Yeah.
You just one day with Isaac just said we're gonna start. We're gonna make T-shirts, but it was deeper than that. So what was the like reasoning? Because I see where it's at now, and I know that this is part of what you saw from the beginning when you guys sought this out.
Right.
But like, I want to know from then to now, has anything changed that you see Wake Up Nation, or do you see it being everything that you thought it would?
I see it being everything I thought it would be, you know? I mean, I'm gonna be 100%, like, at the time, you know, I was in a certain situation where, like, I finally wanted to be, like, the conductor of everything, you know? But God's plan for it was so much bigger than me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Well, you mentioned that you were always a part of a group. This wasn't a group. This was a movement.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it was a movement for the people,
Yeah.
you know. And when we had this, when we talked about this idea, you know, it didn't really like. I planted that seed, you know.
Yep.
But me and Isaac, you know, Isaac was in college, and I was married and had the kids at the time, you know, and he had gone through some stuff, and you know, then one day he comes to me and he's like, bro, I see it. And he's the one that came up with the ideas with the shirts, and he started bringing the logo. Like, he got on fire.
He
took it
to
a whole nother level. Like, I'm just over here making music, but like, he took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, which is why I asked. Like, yeah, you were making music, so people were seeing that. But like, to see Wake Up Nation, bro, how long ago was that? 12 years ago?
Bro, it was
13, 14 years ago. So
yeah,
like
13,
my
14,
point
yeah.
that it's thriving the way that it is.
Yeah.
And Isaac, you know, we just got the same grant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and And I saw Wake Up Nation on the same screen with Workaholics.
Yeah.
You know what that meant to me, bro?
Yeah.
To see that, and Isaac watered that seed that you planted. You know what I'm saying? And he continuously watered that seed, and it was a much bigger vision than I think either one of you sought it to be at the time when you first planted it, right? Like, it's formed into so much. So it was dope to, you know, be a part of that at the birth and see where it's at now. So congrats to both of y'all, and major shouts to Isaac for continuing this.
Yeah, major shout out to Isaac for freaking taking Wake Up to the stratosphere. Like, and
forget the sky, girl. You can take the universe.
You can take the universe, man. And you know, I just encourage everybody to get a part of that movement, get a part of the Workaholics movement. I mean, right now,
Re-Up, so many good movements.
Re-Up organization, man. We got so many things going on, so much culture booming right now because of all these individuals with visions. And all we need now is just the support from the people.
So we talked about BlackHouse. We talked about Wake Up Nation. Let's talk about YungWritaz Devv, man. What was your role? What was your role in YungWritaz?
Man, to just fill in the gaps, man. To bring, you know, my swag into the situation.
Click, I'm logged in.
I'm locked in.
About to chat
with all of my friends.
Bro, I don't think y'all understand, bro. This nigga right here made a whole song for Facebook when niggas still had MySpace. I don't think y'all understand. Vine was still around.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
man.
This nigga made a whole face. It should, to this day, it should be the anthem to Facebook, and it was never dropped.
Never.
It was never dropped, y'all.
YungWritaz was cool because, you know, I did music with John and them, and I love those guys, you know. I love them. They're my friends, and they became my brothers. But in life, you, Jabari, Quick, Magic, man, everybody, bro. J. Crow. Like, I really grew up with all y'all, man.
J-Cash.
Yeah, I really grew up with these cats. So, like, it was really more of just, like, really having fun. And it's where I really, like, learned how to tap into my creative self, you know?
So you told us about BlackHouse. You're about 14, 15 doing that group. Then you're at Wake Up Nation, and you guys are in college. You said Isaac was in college, right? Idaho. And then YW, you're a little older, so we're in the clubs and, you know, partying and performing.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about Kush Gang. What was your role in Kush Gang?
The Kush Gang.
Because if I was CEO, you would definitely CFO. Because we were running shit, bro.
We were.
We was running
I was really serious about music at that time. Like, that's when, like, you know, it was like we was putting pressure, like, we need to make it. But
we were traveling, we were putting a lot of money and effort behind it more than ever.
We were all over the place, man. And but pressure makes diamonds, man, and we got some diamonds in the catalog from there.
And some memories that'll never be erased.
Yeah, it was an experience of, like, how to really move, you know, because we had Slim and Jerk, you know, and going to LA, like, Slim was taking us to all these places, you know. He was taking us to the jungle. He was taking us to Rosecrans in Vermont, staying at the Sea Rock. On the way down, we were gotta understand.
We was in Vegas, and that NHC 60 was tagged on a strip for a long time.
Yeah,
a long time. We shot that Feel Me video for those of y'all that really know Prota-C.
Yeah,
Feel Me was the first video that was out. We shot that in Vegas, and my man SL6 was on that track.
Yeah,
he was really out there stepping.
Man, and we were meeting some iconic people too. Like, Slim had the connection. Slim and Jerk had the connections.
We met E40's really, producer. Like, his legitimate made most of his beats at the time. We met his legit, and we were staying at this dude's house.
Yep.
We were staying in Gardena.
Yep.
We were chilling with dudes that were leaving us to go chill with Soulja Boy at his party. We were chilling with people that got invited to go perform at the Underground Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
We met Yuck Mouth in front of the Staples Center.
Yep. I mean, we were
doing a lot.
We were finally where we kind of wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said kinda. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that us Tri-City kids was looking at and watching and really being, like, in awe about, we were in that vicinity, you know, and Kush Gang, and it connected us to a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, to a lot of people all up and down the West Coast. And
a lot of memories was in Eugene. We cannot sleep on Eugene. We got a lot of love out there. Oregon Ducks Radio. Man, y'all showed a lot of love. Y'all had all the strip clubs playing our stuff. That was a vibe. All the colleges. Huge shout out Eugene. Pullman. We was in Pullman. Had to give a shout out Lewiston. All the college campuses. Central that gave us a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
sororities.
Yeah. We sure were on the fly too, just pulling up
with Zach Burrell. Shout out Zach Burrell. Good Night Argent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you had an album at the time that I don't know if ever came to light. No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Nah, that never.
That's never. Is that ever gonna?
I mean, it would if. You know what happened.
I know, but
you know what happened.
I know.
Nah, but I don't even want to put that out there like that, man. I don't even want to put that out there like that.
No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Let's just say, don't ever let a mad woman touch your laptop.
That part. Now
That's
we're gonna leave it at
that. Yep.
Now the 28 grams video. Shout out Dame.
Yeah.
Shout out Dad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I told you I was going to bring up some topics you forgot about.
Yeah.
So, 28 grams.
Yeah.
That was a phase in your life, man. We had a lot of fun.
We did. There was a lot of extracurriculars going on at that time.
Was that around the time you met Lil Wayne? Why don't you tell us that story?
Hotel.
Wait, why don't you tell us that story?
At the hotel, yeah. Well, he had came in, And I was actually working the hotel that night, and you know, he was done. He was done with his show. Everybody was trying to get me to go, and I was like, I can't. I gotta work. And he comes into the what do you call it? Like the foyer area, you know, the lobby. And we're talking and whatnot, and I pretty much told him that after the Carter 2, everything else was trash.
To his face?
And he looked at me and he just started laughing. He just started laughing, and, you know, he looked at me like I was like, that's what it was. He just started laughing, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, I appreciate you for being real about that. I was like, cause I mean, the Carter 1 and the Carter 2, like, I lived and breathed that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
you're probably one of the few people to actually say to this man's face, look, bro, the rest of your I'm not saying I agree, but you said that to him?
Yeah. Well, we were talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is like, it's one thing to see these guys on stage and on videos and everything, but like when I see him in person, like it just...
He's probably going to remember that forever.
That fool don't even remember his own lyrics, dog. He don't remember me, dog. He ain't going to remember me. He's like, or you might hear this and be like, man, fuck that fool.
That might have happened.
What I'm saying? Yeah, no, he ain't going to remember me. But I mean, I'm going to remember that.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. That's a crazy story, because a lot of people would have just said the opposite just because it's Lil Wayne in that moment. So...
Yeah, nah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
What's your best body of work? What would you say your best body of work is?
My best body of work that's actually available.
No, it doesn't even have to be available. Just your opinion.
Well, then if
your
that's
best
the
body
case,
of work,
then it hasn't happened yet.
What do you want to share?
In that case, it hasn't happened yet. And but my favorite verses that I've ever spit were on your mixtape, Prince of the Northwest.
Okay. And that is not available on any streaming services.
Yeah,
you either got the disc or don't.
Yeah, you either got the disc or you don't. But I mean, during that Kush Gang period, you know, you were a real motivator in a dark time for me. You know what I'm saying? And you were able to help me get into a position to where I could really speak my truth. And we spoke a lot of truths on that album.
All right, that's going to lead us into our third group of songs. We'll be right back on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast.
Yeah. Attitude of gratitude. Wake up. For real. Nah, nigga, for real. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, every day I wake, I think about the reasons I'm thankful. I respect the universe, I'm eternally grateful. All the love I received in the world that is hateful. If I let pain take me, it could be fatal. Get your mind right, it's what I gotta say to myself. If I don't keep the motivation, I'm just playing myself. I can't sit on bended knees, steady praying for help. I gotta get up off my knees, start creating myself. Power of choice, it's such a beautiful thing. If I don't utilize it right, it can ruin me. That's why I gotta stay focused, my attitude right, and make sure I show gratitude to live in my life. They say life's so complex, but really it's simple. All you gotta do is trust your heart and control your mental. So whatever you decide to get into, you can nip it in the bud before it even becomes an issue. In life, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards others, need an attitude of gratitude. Towards yourself, you need an attitude of gratitude. Or your longitude will never meet up with your latitude. In life, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards others, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards yourself, you need an attitude of gratitude. Or your longitude will never meet up with your attitude. I used to be a pessimist, couldn't believe it without the evidence. If I couldn't see it was irrelevant, don't bring it up, no never again. Always try my hardest, I could never win, so I quit trying, man, like whatever then. I got to thinking only life I'll ever live. Am I just gonna give it up, or am I gonna let it give? Cause any moment could be the reason I could get my act right and quit it with it. I'm believing in myself and all the elements around me for succeeding. Stop playing the victim, quit it with all the pleading. Stop acting like these cases aren't important when they got you mixed up. Johnny Law, get you sorted. That's why we need to go back to the basics and help each other out with these trials we're facing. It really shouldn't matter the relations we living in one world, it's time to wake up nations. In life, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards others, need an attitude of gratitude. Towards yourself, you need an attitude of gratitude. Or your longitude will never meet up with your latitude. In life, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards others, you need an attitude of gratitude. Towards yourself, you need an attitude of gratitude. Or your longitude will never meet up with your latitude. No matter what you do, you always gotta stay true to you, to you. That's how you gonna get through. And no matter what they say, you gotta choose your way. Just do you, do you. That's how you gonna get through. Really all you gotta do is just believe in you, cause you deserve everything that you're leading to. Nothing is impossible here, receive the truth. If you grasp that, your life will be a dream come true. So come on, approach the world with confidence. And always make sure you stay humble about your accomplishments. And don't get sidetracked by all the garnishments. Do what you love, but don't do it for all the compliments. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. All your longitude will never meet up with your latitude. Attitude of gratitude. I wish I gotta stay on top of my game, whoa, whoa. I gotta stay on top of my game, yo, yo. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa. These haters only hating on me, cause my vision's out of sight and they I can't see. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa. Won't stop, no, no. I grind so hard, I go so fast, no slow. No, 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 no. Build me up a structure, foundation strong so I don't crumble. So many people lurking in the streets ready to rumble. Don't really know why, they just out looking for trouble. I wish upon a star that you know the feeling of love in your heart. Cause right now it's looking like Picasso's art, and I'm only trying to be smart. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to slow down, so slow. My life's like a yo-yo. Oh no, 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 no. I gotta stay on top of my game, whoa, whoa. I gotta stay on top of my game, yo, yo. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa. These haters only hating on me, cause my vision's out of sight and they I can't see. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa. Won't stop, no, 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 no. I grind so hard, I go so fast, no slow. No, 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 no. Between the lines I read, no longer run your drama, I will feed. It's never really healthy, putting pain on repeat. Do yourself a favor, allow yourself to be free. So let go, go, go. Don't look back, no, no, no. Spread your wings, flow, oh, oh, and fly into your wildest dreams. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. My life's like a yo, 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 yo. I might need to slow. No, 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 no. I gotta stay on top of my game, whoa, whoa. I gotta stay on top of my game, yo, yo. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa. These haters only hating on me, cause my vision's out of sight and they I can't see. I gotta stay on top of my game, like these plots on my brain. On the rise, I remain, whoa, whoa, whoa. Won't stop, no, 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 no. I grind so hard, I go so fast, no slow. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let go, oh, 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 oh.
thank myself for my swag, nigga. Keep that intact, nigga. To be myself is not no easy task, nigga. Slamming bones, running back, nigga. 3 houses on the map, nigga. That's a big, big bag, nigga. Cash, no credit check. Know how to win, Bill Belichick. Aquarius, know how to get them wet. Z-A-Y with a diamond, that's the moniker. I've been so far gone, niggas need binoculars. And I ain't even trying to brag, but I woke up like this. My hair curly in the fro, with that shit in a twist. Scrambled eggs, hash browns with some grits. Orange juice with champagne and a couple blunts lit. Keep it pushing, no matter what the time. I'm in the bag, let's to invest. Cause no better feeling than getting back under the table out the business. Cause no way I'm getting taxed. Nowadays I'm selling verses, I ain't even selling crack. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. I mean them brag, but I woke up like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. I mean them brag, but I woke up like this.
I woke up like this. They ain't make them like me, they ain't really cut like this. I'm looking, but I cannot find a fuck to give. I've had enough of it. Virgin ass niggas in the street, but ain't busting shit. You got a problem when you see me, better man up. No T.I., but stand up. Doing everything to away from the damn cups. I'm hustling on the daily, and I'm careful who I can trust. Prota-C. I'm the product for a reason, they ain't raised like me. I can pull the baddest bitch in a plain white tee. My son the only product that is made like me. And I ain't tryna brag, but that's your bitch, cause she got it bad. She on my line and she ain't calling back. Cause now she D4L, hashtag PNW, you need more sales.
Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. I mean them brag, but I woke up like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. Oh no, they ain't make them like this. I mean them brag, but I woke up like this. Yeah. But I woke up like this, yeah.
Yo, we back here on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast. I got my brother SL6. We are at this point in the show that I like to call top picks, and I just pit 2 artists against each other. You simply pick your favorite.
All right.
Mace or Tupac?
Tupac.
Nelly or Drake?
Nelly.
Kendrick or J. Cole?
Kendrick. You know that.
Big Sean or Tory Lanez?
Big Sean.
Ice Cube, Method Man.
Cube.
Ja Rule, DMX.
Come on. Hey, no disrespect to Ja Rule, but DMX for sure.
Jadakiss, Nas.
Ooh. Ugh. That's a tough one. Can I take a shot?
Only drink shit. Shout out the platform.
You know, I love Jadakiss, and he destroys every verse he ever spits. But I'm gonna have to go with Nas. He's just so iconic. You know what I'm saying? In
Fat
my
Joe
eyes.
or Pun?
Oh, Pun for sure.
Wu-Tang, NWA.
I'm a West Coast kid, but it's Wu-Tang for me. It's Wu-Tang for me. They're more my era.
Hey, no
You know
shade thrown over here at all. T.I. or Luda?
Luda forever. Stay off the TIP of my deal.
He took it there. UGK or 3-6?
Oh man, whoo, that's I'm gonna have to go with UGK.
G-Unit or Young Money?
G-Unit, dog. Come on, 50 Cent, G-Unit. Me and Jabari lived off of that.
I know. I was there
so
for
long.
Bro, that Rider music, the Bonafide Hustler.
Man, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We were even practicing G-Unit
my
songs
hood.
to do at talent shows. Man, I don't know
Niggas
what
got
you
love
heard
for me.
about me.
But I don't go, man, we can go down memory lane with 50. We're gonna jump into some R&B. You
Okay.
grew up to a lot of R&B. So
Yeah.
how about Mario or Tyrese?
Tyrese.
Kels or Usher?
Usher.
Anthony Hamilton or Life Jennings?
Life Jennings.
Bryson Tiller, Rod Wave?
Tiller for me.
Tory Lanez, Drake. I know I asked on the other side, but they kind of meshed both. So we're talking about singing.
I have to go with Drake because he did it first. And for me, I feel like it, you know.
The fact you had to think about it just means...
No, I mean,
Tory
Lanez is great at what he does, but...
Have you heard his prison tape, any of it?
Nah, I haven't.
Bro, his tape he dropped from prison is probably some of his best work.
I believe it.
Not even playing. Like, when he gets out in 6-7 years, the industry better watch out because he's independent and he's killing it.
Yeah. I believe it.
NSYNC, Backstreet.
NSYNC, dog. What?
112, new edition.
112, dog. Peaches and Cream was my song.
The Great Mike Jack or Purple Rain?
Purple Rain.
Come on, shout out Prince.
Yeah, Purple Rain, dog.
Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder.
Ray Charles, when Jamie Foxx came out with that movie Ray, it changed I bought all of Ray Charles' albums, bro. All of them. And we just went hard. And so I'm gonna have to say Ray.
Destiny's Child. TLC.
TLC.
Mariah Carey. Beyonce. Alicia Keys or Keisha Cole.
Alicia.
So what other hobbies you do? Other than music, obviously we got 9-to-5s.
Yeah.
But what other activities does SL6 dive into?
You know what's crazy is I've just really kind of been getting into hobbies. We got a organization called Read Up, and we do mental health for African Americans, you know, the BIPOC community, really, you know, and that's actually become one of my hobbies, and one of my passions is being able to help people in a huge way. It helps me. You feel me?
It sounds like that root has been planted in you since a young age, though, because you did it with Wake Up Nation, like you said. Like,
yeah.
You know, then you guys had so much positivity to feed into the world. There's enough negativity. So you had this vision at a young age. So even now to be in these groups as an adult and still seeing, you know what I mean? These groups still doing what you sought out to do years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, it really stems from my family. You know, like we've always been very communicative. Like if there were problems in the house with my mom, my brothers and sisters, we would sit down and we would each have our time to speak about how we feel about the moment, you know, and then we would figure out a way together to move forward. And that's why me and my mom, my brother, you know, that unit was so strong and solely, you know, orchestrated by my mom. And then my grandma, she's a Baha'i, which believes in progressive revelation and truths in all the religions, you know. Well, I wouldn't say the religions, but the prophets, you know, that most religions, you know, see, you know, as God's prophets. But being in that lifestyle, you know, she made me on Martin Luther King Day recite his speeches. She took me to Juneteenth and made me be a part of the parade and do face paintings in Richland. She took me to Toppenish and Wapato to the Native American Center and go learn about different cultures and things.
That's what's up. Mama Dulce, man, you raised an amazing young man. Like to hear these stories of these things that you used to take him to, and now he's throwing events like that. You know what I mean? And being a part of events like that.
Yeah, definitely being a part. I want to give a huge shout out to Brian and Deshandra Hearn, because they are the orchestrators of Read Up. You know, they reached out to me, which I'm blessed.
Interview
you know
coming
what I'm
soon.
saying? Yeah, interview coming soon. But they reached out to me, and I'm so glad that they did. And it's crazy how God's timing works, because, you know, I was really thinking about that, and for them to already like have a platform and extend that platform to me to do these things that I like to do, it's a huge blessing.
They already had the wheels rolling, you know, and they reached out to me, and I mean, we were always at these events anyways together, right?
Yeah.
So it was just dope to see familiar faces, obviously family, and we just bounce off each other's energy, you know? So it's dope that it's a full circle, and it's been that way, you know, from yelling top back in the day to now, to just, it's full circle, and I love to see it, you know what I mean?
And then I got one more that I like to talk about too.
What's that?
I never really got to partake in all these trends back when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Mom was working. We didn't have the money to do a lot of stuff, but to feed some of my more childish needs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a avid Pokemon card collector.
Oh, okay.
And I just want to put it out there. If y'all got some heat, you know what I'm saying? You need to come see me.
Bring it.
And we could talk about making some trades or whatever, because...
So, what is your favorite genre?
Mm-hmm.
And tell us your favorite artist. It doesn't have to be of that genre. It can be of any genre.
That's tough, bro. That's really tough, because I'm a moody person. I'm a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all over the place.
I'll play.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the place. It really depends.
Your son's a Cancer.
My girl's a Cancer.
Your girl's a Cancer.
My twins
y'all
are
didn't
Cancers.
know that's my sister. When I tell y'all this is my brother, this is really my brother-in-law. For real.
Yeah,
You know
for real. And when I'm mad, I'm listening. I'm not even mad. Just when I just feel aggressive, I listen to really like hard rap, hard rock, hard country. When I'm in, my soft guy era, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to soft country, soft rock, soft R&B, like it really goes with the mood. But
let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
If you could throw one album in a time capsule, for you in the future,
yes,
one album, and you could write a note of one artist that you could search up, however, right? So you can tell yourself about one artist and you can put one album, so you get two.
Right.
What are you putting in it?
One album
and a note
for the
with
future.
a name on it.
For the
That's
future.
It. Yep. For future you.
For future me that knows nothing
about music.
Yo, real talk, the most motivating album that I listen to on the regular, like in Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle.
That is definitely.
I didn't throw his name anywhere in here when we were talking earlier, but Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle, I can listen to from beginning to end and be ready
to do anything. You could be, like you said, you could be turned up, or you could be soft, you could be chilling, you could be driving, you could be, it don't matter what you're doing.
If you turn on Victory Lap and you skip a song, we are going to have a problem. Once it starts, it has to go all the way to the end before we move on. And that's just how I feel about that.
Before we wrap this up, because we are approaching the end of our show.
Yeah.
Do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, shout out to Workaholics, you, Prota-C.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? All your crew members, Devv, Veek, you know what I'm saying?
Freeze,
man,
made
Freeze,
the episode too.
Freeze,
Free Devv,
all the way. You know what I'm saying? Seventh letter. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't even know.
And then
Miguel back here.
Read Up Organization. Like I said, Deshandra, Brian Hearn, man, fantastic. Jabari.
Of course.
John. The Reset is incredible. You know what I'm saying? And then
incredible album. I put it on here. If you didn't listen yet, go back 2 episodes.
Yes.
Y'all need to check it out.
And the Reset and Cupid's Got a Gun. You feel me? From beginning to end. You need to listen to all of that right now. But really, on a broader, on a broader scale, I just, I want to just shout out, my girl and my son, my kids,
of course,
and my family for really just being in my corner through the ups and downs and impacting me the way that they have, because my family's been nothing but a positive influence on my whole life. So
hell yeah. Y'all heard it here, man. My brother SL6, we appreciate you joining us. We're gonna get it cracking. We here on the Workaholics No Days Off podcast. We're gonna dive into this last group of songs. I'm Prota-C. Holla at me.
Too white for all these blacks, too black for all these whites. So when I hear you talk about racism, I'm like, shut it, dog, that's life. It's innate to notice a difference, but a choice to act on hate. Wanna talk down by my skin tone? That ain't gonna change my fate. That ain't gonna make me break. That's just gonna make me great. I hear chitter chatter, just jibber jabber. No action from all you fakes, no loyalty from you snakes, and no mercy from you jakes. That's why I'm strapped up in this black truck with no intention on pumping brakes. Catch me swerving state to state, grinding hard and making plays. Ain't nobody forge a road for me, I'm paving my own way. That's right, I carry my own weight, and I don't need no extra help. So if you got some thoughts for me, you need to keep them to yourself. I know you think this life's a game, but I ain't seeing no controllers. Ain't no players pressing buttons or restarting before it's over. World is colder than the heart that's beating in my chest. My innocence was once alive, but life had beat it all to death. So I resurrect as a man, demanding respect. All you people best come correct, or I'm about to put y'all in check. It's a simple cause and effect. If you ain't with it, you should step. Best to be about what you rep, cause if not, then that be your death.
I get it in so many different ways, so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning in so many different ways, so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning, I'm winning. I get it, 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 I get it. In so many different ways, in so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning. There's so many ways for me to get my shine on. Yeah, so many ways for me to get my grind on. I've been ticking, talking like a time bomb. I'm the truth, I don't know who these people lying on. If you bum me, you ain't running with me. My circle hustles hella hard and sex that cheese. And ain't no running when they gunning in the street. We gonna stand our ground, protect our family.
Too loyal for these traitors, too lovable for you haters. So when you out there throwing salt, all it does is add me flavor. Another taste that you can savor, cause I'm swagged out like a player, but I'm a ball hog on the court. Don't ask me for no favors. If you a man, then you gon' grind it out, just like me. If you a man, then you gon' find it out, just like me. You must understand, ain't no one lending a hand. Best to come right with the plan. Where do you stand? Went from a boy to a man. I get what I want on demand.
I get it in so many different ways, so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning in so many different ways, so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning, I'm winning. I get it, 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 I get it. In so many different ways, in so many different days. I get it in so many different ways, with so many different plays. I'm winning.
It's been a long time coming. Best believe I'm coming. Boy SL6 done grew up, and this is how it's going from here on out. Ass crack at dawn, I'm up, ready to get them bucks. Ain't no luck, bitch, I put in work and I ain't slowing up. I'm on my grind, vision on my mind, heart and soul aligned. Yeah, I'm out here taking risks, I'm putting everything on the line. Now it's a fact, what you put into the world, you getting back. So I don't slack, tension on the line, man, fuck that chit and chat. It's all a trap, keep you in a box, focus on the past. They try to speak on where you was, but it's all about where you at. So just do what you gotta do and say just what you gotta say. No holding back, it's all or nothing, ain't no other way. Few people gonna love you, most these people gonna hate. Fuck them, it's your life, do what you want today. Progression is the movement, best believe I keeps it moving. I got one life to live, ain't worry about what others doing. All I see is me versus me, 10 toes down and on my feet. Focused on the road ahead, accomplishing each goal I reach. I gotta keep it simple, focused on my health and mental. Keep balance in my life so I can reach my full potential. So much I wanna do, places I wanna see. So I'ma take my only life and live the life I've always dreamed. Do what you gotta do and say just what you gotta say. No holding back, it's all or nothing, ain't no other way. Few people gonna love you, most these people gonna hate. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna show you a different side of me. Prada. Yeah, past friendships, I had to learn from them. I needed them lessons, I couldn't turn from them. Cause people change from a decent thing into anything. In a second they get a chance, they will burn on you. Not everyone, but I speak to a few. If you feel a little offended, then I'm speaking to you. But it's necessary if you wanna be legendary. You staying true to self, then you're keeping it true. Cause look, my mama be proud of the things I did in life. And even prouder to say that our oldest did it right. Even if it took time for me to get it right. I had to step up to help raise my sisters right. I learned real quick that this a minute life. And every day we had to live in fright. Since then it's like something switched inside. In my mind, I was a different guy. I should've stopped it, but I didn't try. I'm seeing now from a different light. The same dream from a different night. The same vision from a different side. The same head, but a different mind. Guess you could say that I got clearer sight. But I had to cut the parasites and start a life of paradise. People could do it, but they scared to try. I'm at the top and I ain't scared of heights. I never jumped, I ain't prepared to try. I work too hard. Look how I reach with every step. Kept my head held high and make sure to speak it with my chest. On my passion and dedication's my reason for success. I got credentials in the game, there's no need for no disrespect. Prada. Mark my place in history. Northwest, stand up. Let's get it.